on a way-out wacky race through Burn Rubber Bayou. Quagmire, swamp, marshland, or fen, call it what you like, but these racers better stay on the road or they'll risk coming to a wet and sticky end. And it's up, up, and away for the gruesome twosome as they wing it to the skies with dragon power. The Chuggabug scrambles ahead using bear power. Red Max puts a speedy, never mind that. Wait a second, it looks like that 00 duo are up to something. And the Wacky Racers are back in action. Chuggabug sprays ahead as Luke and Blubber Bear spring a leak with leaky boiler power. The Wacky race is in full swing. Everyone is driving flat. Wait, what's this? But here comes the Arkansas Chuggabug. Seems that Professor Pat Pending's blimp power isn't all hot air after all. It looks like a tight race so far. Bang, that was a cruncher. Professor Pat Pending races ahead. Here comes the Arkansas Chuggabug. It looks like the Turbo Terrific has an oil leak. No, it's oil slick power, and it's making things slippery for the competition. The Ant Hill Mob carry their car to the front of the race using hoist power. The Army Surplus Special uses landmine power and takes it to the air with a boom. Wham bam, what a grand slam. Yikes! It looks like that boiler is about to blow! Way Out Wacky steam power puts a sizzling damper on things around the Arkansas Chuggabug. Peter Perfect is taking his chance. The Wacky Racers will try anything to get the upper hand as they zip, zoom, and zing their way to the checkered flag. Sergeant Blast is coming up fast. Wait a second, it looks like that 00 duo are up to something.
Oh, Muttley, I feel...
And the Wacky Racers are back in action. What a gas! Luke and Blubber Bear lift off with the windbag wonder of balloon power. Heads up, racers! Yikes! It looks like that boiler is about to blow! Way Out Wacky steam power puts a sizzling damper on things around the Arkansas Chuggabug. The Slag Brothers summon Airmobile Pterodactyl power and Dino soar into the sky. Wow, what a sorry, forget about that. Heads up, racers, it's the last mad dash for the finish line. It's downhill from here. And in first place, it's Luke and Blubber Bear. Peter Perfect is second, and the Anthill Mob in third. The Wacky Racers are off to Ballpoint Pen or Bust through woods, glens, and green forests. Should the Wacky Racers spy some funny foliage by the side of the road, they must beware. The 00 duo may be plotting an ambush. Watch out for that loot. The Ant Hill Mob tries to gain some momentum with Lighten the Load power. And there go Luke and Blubber Bear. Looks like the sky's the limit for that double-decker cloudburster as Red Max uses fly power. The Chuggabug scrambles ahead using bear power. Yikes, what a collision. Here comes the Arkansas Chuggabug. Wow, that was... But what's this? Wait a second, it looks like that 00 duo are up to something. What are the dastardly pair up to now? Wacky Racers are back in action. There go Luke and Blubber Bear. Right now, it's anyone's guess who will win this race. Never mind that. Yikes! It looks like that boiler is about to blow. Way Out Wacky steam power puts a sizzling damper on things around the Arkansas Chuggabug. And it's up, up, and away for the gruesome twosome as they wing it to the skies with dragon power. It's tough going as the Wacky Racers jostle for position. What a gas! Luke and Blubber Bear lift off with the windbag wonder of balloon power. Everyone's pushing their machines to the limit as the Wacky Racers take on this tough track. But here comes the Arkansas Chuggabug. The Slagger. Wait, what's this? Wait a second. It looks like that 00 duo are up to something. And the Wacky Racers are back in action. The Chuggabug scrambles ahead using bear power. The race is in full swing as the Wacky Racers squabble for the lead. And there go Luke and Blubber Bear. Watch out for that loot. The Anthill Mob tries to gain some momentum with Lighten the Load power. The Racers are making... Heads up, Racers! Mash them buttons and wiggle them sticks. Dash like mad and spin them slicks. And in first place, it's Luke and Blubber Bear. Professor Pat Pending in second. And the Anthill Mob in third. On the Great Cold Rush Race. This tricky track snakes its slippery way through the old mountain mining country. There's gold in them thar hills, but the Wacky Racers will need to keep their minds on the race if they know what's good for them. Somebody must have called the fuzz as the bulletproof bomb escalates to escape speed with getaway power. The Army Surplus Special uses landmine power and takes it to the air with a boom. The Anthill Mob go for broke. What a gas! Luke and Blubber Bear lift off with the windbag wonder of balloon power. Looks like the sky's the limit for that double-decker cloudburster as Red Max uses fly power. And Professor Pat Pending races ahead. The Bouldermobile bashes ahead as the Slag Brothers resort to dual club power. Timber! The Buzzwagon launches its lumber power. Wait a second, it looks like that 00 duo are up to something. And the Wacky Racers are back. Sorry, forget about that. Yikes! It looks like that boiler is about to blow. Way Out Wacky steam power puts a sizzling damper on things around the Arkansas Chuggabug. Penelope Pitstop is charming the competition with her beauty power. The Compact Pussycat zooms ahead. Chuggabug sprays ahead as Luke and Blood leaky boiler power. It's full speed ahead for the... But what's this? Wait a second, it looks like that 00 duo are up to something. And the Wacky Racers are back in action. The Wacky Race is in full swing. Everyone is driving flat out for victory. Ooh, that's gotta hurt. What a gas! Luke and Blubber Bear lift off with the bag wonder of balloon power. And it's up, up, and away for the gruesome twosome as they wing it to the skies with dragon power. It looks like a tight race so far. Watch out for that loot. The Ant Hill Mob tries to gain some momentum with lighten the load power. Professor Pat Pending is aiming to pick up the spare using bowling ball power. Somebody must have called the fuzz as the bulletproof bomb escalates to escape speed with getaway power. What a hit! The Wacky Racers will try anything to get the upper hand as they zip, zoom, and zing their way to the checkered flag. Look out! The Army Surplus Special shoots ahead literally using cannon power. Ouch, what a bash! This track is really testing the mettle of our Wacky Racers. Rufus Ruffcut and Sawtooth hover to the head of the pack using helicopter saw power. Is that a car or a hair salon? No, never mind that. Leave some rubber on the road. Last across the line is a loser. It's mad dash time. And it's a photo finish. And in first place, it's Penelope Pitstop. Luke and Blubber Bear are in second, and Rufus Ruffcut and Sawtooth are in third. And they're off on the seesaw to Arkansas. They came, they saw, but which one of the Wacky Racers will conquer? Let the cross-country car-borne careening commence. Rufus Ruffcut and Sawtooth take the low road to the lead with Digsaw power. The Bouldermobile bashes ahead as the Slag Brothers resort to dual club power. Peter Perfect pumps his way into the air using inflated tire power. Chuggabug sprays ahead as Luke and Blubber Bear spring a leak with leaky boiler power. The Slag Brothers make their move. Right now, it's anyone's... Wait, what's this? Wait a second. It looks like that 00 duo are up to something. But what have we here? Free gas. Wait a minute. Don't I... And the Wacky Racers are back in action. It's tough going as the Wacky Racers jostle for position. The Chuggabug scrambles ahead using bear power. Isn't that something? Little Gruesome is giving the creepy coop a terrifyingly tiny tug using bat power. Shake, rat heads up, racers! But here comes the Arkansas Chuggabug. Everyone's pushing their machines to the limit as the Wacky Racers take on this tough track. The race is in full swing as the Wacky Racers squabble for the lead. What a gas! Luke and Blubber Bear lift off with the windbag wonder of balloon power. Wait a second, it looks like that 00 duo are up to something. The Wacky Racers are back in action. Here comes the Arkansas Chuggabug. The Racers are making their wacky way down the track. Mad Dash is on. First place is up for grabs. And boy, is there some grabbing going on. And And in first place, it's Luke and Flubber Bear. The Slag Brothers are in second, and the Army Surplus Special in third place.